Makenzie, what bets do you have for us tonight? Let me just give her props. She went 3-0 in her bets yesterday. So,
hey, yes, Makenzie.
I was going to say it because she's too humble to say it herself, so I had to say it for her.
Thank you, guys. This is a tough one for me because I'm one to bet with my head. You know me. I'm a math girl. I'm a data girl. But then I get flown to Chicago to drink beer with hundreds and hundreds of U.S. fans, and suddenly, like, I have to play this correctly to enjoy the environment I'm about to be in. So I have one bet that kind of favors Bosnia a little bit. I have to go with both teams to score. I'm addicted to it, okay? It's an itch I just can't scratch. And it did not hit the past two games, the past two nights, but I do think we're going to get back on track here. I do think we sleep on this Bosnia team just a little bit. I do think the U.S. score first, but that forces Bosnia to have a bit of sense of urgency to counter. So with that said, Bosnia has had this cash in every single game through the World Cup. The United States all but one game here. Everything I'm going for today really revolves around assuming a U.S. 2-1 win. So that's why we're also going to get a parlay closer to even money here with U.S. to win and over 2.5 goals total. So that could help from the both teams to score. Again, I'm assuming probably a 2-1 score at the end of this match. But again, that covers our boundaries. Even if we don't hit the both teams to score, maybe the U.S. just kill them 3-0. I'll take that too. That's good for the vibes of the environment I'm going to be in. And then we're just going to play a little bit safe here around -150 for Pulisic to score or assist. We only saw 32 minutes, I think it was, of him in the last match, but he looked hungry. He had multiple shots on target. I'm not always just looking for goals when it comes to trying to bet on these score or assists. If you have shots on target, that's a good sign to me. At some point, mathematically, you're due to hit one of them. So again, he's been involved in all the games he's played ample minutes in. So I feel like this is a game he'll come back out again. And honestly, knock on wood, if they make it through this round, this line will probably become unplayable. So this is really our last chance to get on Pulisic with this price.
What do we think?
I like it.
Do you like these bets?
I have one question about the Pulisic bet. What happens if for some reason he doesn't start? Does that get canceled, or is it regardless of whether he starts or he's off the bench?
So it depends what sportsbook. A lot of books will allow the sub to also count for the bet. Now, that is to say if he's starting or not for sure. I'm not sure if he's not starting, if it will count the other way. But if he does get subbed out at some point, his sub will count towards that score or assist. I do know that.
Oh, the sub.
Makenzie, I like that you mentioned that you have like an emotional pick, because I feel like just seeing the line, seeing like the poly market, all that, the U.S. is getting the respect of a World Cup favorite, and no one's giving any respect to Bosnia. I know as an Italian what Bosnia is capable of. I feel like people have no idea how tough Bosnia are to break down. So I just want to ask from you, like, is the emotion like almost overwhelming being there? Like, do you just feel like there's this mass euphoria with the U.S. fans that they're like, we're going to go all the way, we're starting to believe? Like, it's overwhelmingly optimistic now, right?
It is. And you know what? Sportsbooks play to that. Like, they're going to make lines that they probably shouldn't. U.S., I think, is -270 to win this match. They should probably be around -180, -190, but books know that they can get Americans to bet on them at -270. So you have, you know, shocker, the books are taking advantage of us, but they're knowing their market and they're knowing that the U.S. and all of these casual Americans are flooding in money on this team. So it makes it very hard to bet on U.S. matches. Another example of this would be like the WNBA and Caitlin Clark. All of her lines were really inflated. So when you get the Dallas Cowboys, the LA Lakers, teams that America just loves to bet on, I've mentioned it before on this show, you just want to be wary because you're usually likely getting taken advantage of what the true line of this match should be. And we've all said it here. Like, Bosnia is a little bit underrated, not just because we have this U.S. hype, but you know, they've hung in some of these matches. They've played well. I call them like an NBA play-in team, right? They barely got here. They're playing with house money. And those types of teams can make runs. And they're a little bit dangerous, and they have this momentum. So, again, we've seen NBA play-in teams make a deep run. I'm not counting Bosnia out of this one by any means.
Well, Makenzie, we appreciate it. Make sure you enjoy tonight and have a beer for all of us in Chicago.
Twist my arm.
We want to see if you can chug a little better than Nico from his trip
and
coast to coast.
My goal, guys, I want to crowd surf tonight if my producers allow it to happen. I had this really cute outfit picked out, and now I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to get beer thrown all over me. Like, I think I need to go in like a t-shirt and tennis skirt and hope for the best that I make it out alive.
Well, if you crowd surf, just make sure that we have footage of it. All right, we would love it. Makenzie, enjoy. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right, so Benny, when we look at the competition that the U.S. has in Bosnia, when you look at Mauricio Pochettino and the record that the U.S. do have when going up against European teams, right now they've lost all 6 of those matches. It's not looking good. Does that worry you in any way?
Man, I think yes and no. The thing with, I think the reason why we haven't had success against European teams is the way they play. There's a different style about how CONCACAF teams play, how CONMEBOL teams play. And so you see a little bit more tactical, a little bit more defensive oriented, better in counterattacking situations. Also, they take advantage of their opportunities a little bit better. And so we have to be not only better than Bosnia, but we have to be better inside the boxes. That's, to me, the big question mark for this game, because they're going to be good on set pieces, both defensively and offensively. Can we match them there? And then conversely, the transitional moments of the game. Can we be good defensively? Because we are going to have the ball in the attacking half. Can we be good in the moments that they try and counter us? I think if we do that, we should get a win, even though our record hasn't been great against European teams.
In what other ways can Bosnia be dangerous? Because, Matteo, you know better than maybe everyone the heartbreak that they can cause your team.
So just a little quick primer on Bosnia. A lot of these guys play at a very high level in Europe. Tariq Muharremovic is one of the best center backs in the World Cup. I've been saying it. Yes, he got a red card, but going into this tournament, I've watched a lot of him. He is unbelievably underrated. Him and Katic and Kolasinac of Atalanta have formed a really good, sound defensive core. Milwaukee Messi, Esmir. Tons of talent. Alay Begovic on the other side. 2 wingers that can cut inside and cause you problems. People are sleeping on Bosnia. It would be very foolish to do so.
What American player scored a hat trick in the first ever meeting between the U.S. men's national team and Bosnia and Herzegovina? You guys can't see Benny, but he gave the
I have a guess, but I don't know for sure.
You guys want to take some guesses? Because we are giving the answer here as
Josie
well.
Altidore is my guess.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Good stuff, Benny.
Josie Altidore, 2013. It ended up being a 4-3 win for the U.S. Good
You just
job.
said he was one of the best players you've ever played with.
It's a cheat code.
Strikers.
Played with him.
Strikers, sorry.
Played
Him,
with
You're
him.
right.
Atlanta, man.
All right,
I was not there for that game, though.
Oh, okay.
Well, good one. You want to say some words to the USA team to
Pump
close
us
us
up.
out?
Come on.
You got 15 seconds.
Come on, coach.
Look, my 10 seconds here would be, I hope you guys watch the Mexico game, come out with that same level of energy, and don't take Bosnia lightly, because they will be a tough out. Go get them.
Can you give me an Eagle Raw?
Thanks for watching this video from Morning Footy. For all news and insights regarding leagues around the world like EFL, Serie A, and all UEFA competitions, both men's and women's, don't forget to sign up for Paramount+.